I am Denise Sanders, an artist and entrepreneur, and I run Open Ground Studios. I moved to Monterey from Minneapolis 12 years ago to be with the love of my life and his two little girls. I left behind an arts community that took 17 years to build. It took more than 6 years living here for me to finally feel connected to people who could understand the importance that art had in my life. It's a necessity for me to make art. The body of work that I have here grew from the challenges and rewards of being a stepmom. I question nature versus nurture and reflect on how I was parented and how I want to parent my girls. I struggle for clarity in this role and freedom from its opposing forces. By doing my work, I'm brought to a place of insight that gives voice to my world where words can't be heard. The rope is a metaphor that reflects the complexities of holding on and letting go. I began deconstructing it both intellectually and physically to see where it would lead. Wound together, the rope can support us and keep us safe, or bind and restrict us. As I pulled the rope apart, it became something entirely different. It became an illusion of strength. Thousands of individual fibers that can't begin to support anything on their own without a network from the whole. This is who I am, and this is how I build my work. My beliefs run deep about the role that art plays in everyday life. I do not believe that art is a luxury for only the rich or the artists in our society. I believe that art is a fundamental element of human wellness, which is a key component to self-actualization. Unfortunately, our culture has marginalized the necessity for art in our education for children, and for most of us, by the time we enter the workforce, our conviction to invest in our own creative spirit has been widely discouraged. I believe adults not only deserve, but need to have a place where they can reconnect with themselves as creative beings. Woo! A place where the stress and demands of everyday life can be replaced with color, inspiration, tools, and potential. I built Open Ground Studios 2 years ago to fill this need. Open Ground not only provides a safe, well-equipped work environment, it provides a sense of belonging. During these 2 years, we've been blessed to work alongside women, men, and teens, ages 14 to 86. Emily, a young founding member, was a student of mine in book arts, is now training to become a master bookbinder in Boston, but her home is here in Monterey. 28-year-old Katie moved here in January from North Carolina with her military spouse, and she has said that finding Open Ground made this transition by far the easiest because she immediately had a place to work, and the welcoming community made Monterey feel like home. Therese is an abstract painter who works full-time in Big Sur, but on her only sacred day off, she can come and spend it painting in a cheerful place where she's greeted with joyful anticipation. Open Ground relies on this community at large to join as supporting members at $40 a year, to take advantage of our open studio days, classes, and workshops. We need local artists and professionals to also join as co-op members to fill their need for a dedicated workspace. Our members are people who want to share ideas and engage in critical dialogue and honor each other's art-making journey, regardless of whether they call themselves artists or not. My vision for Open Ground is to raise the bar of artistic excellence on the peninsula by allowing space and equipment for technical growth, mentorship and workshops for professional development, and a community participation for social and sustainable practice. Whether we make art for the purpose of selling it, or we make art as a means to create beauty around us and within us, we need a space that holds us and a culture that values it. As a showcased artist, I hope you will consider my work as a whole, that this is who I am. I'm an artist whose own practice cannot be sustained or grow in Monterey without a space like Open Ground Studios. I'm an educator with a wealth of experience and expertise that I am dying to share. I'm an arts advocate and an entrepreneur who is passionate about building a sustainable art center in Monterey and a network and creating opportunities for emerging artists and veteran artists, and a network for families and professionals. We here are all on our own journey and with our own purpose in life, But I believe that if we can envision our thousands of ideas as separate strands weaving together like a rope, our collective creativity will grow stronger, and our vision for a healthy and green world can become a reality. Thank you.